How much does a lift change gas mileage? So in 2019, we set out to buy a Toyota 4Runner. We knew we wanted that TRD Pro look, but we didn't want the TRD price tag. So what we did is we got our SR5 here, which we knew we were gonna put a lift kit, rims, and tires on. So now with the challenge of facing rising gas prices and also wanting to do a lift, rims, and tires, which is gonna hurt your gas mileage, we had to make our minds up what we really wanted to do. So this is when we hit the deciding factor of how much it was really gonna affect it and really how much of a bigger tire could we actually run. So now when we went and installed this lift, what we actually had to worry about was scrubbing. I didn't want to do any major trimming to my mud flaps here. A lot of people take this all the way back to the frame rails, and I didn't want to trim too much off my front bumper. In those videos where we actually lifted this, I talked about, I actually had to trim about a ½ inch to a little less than ½ inch, ¼ inch off the front bumper here, the very bottom where it was scrubbed. Now in the back here, all I had to do was heat this mud flap up a little bit and bend it back out of the way with the actual hammer, and that stopped the scrubbing. Knowing we wanted to upgrade tires and not have a lot of scrubbing, and we didn't want to do a lot of major trimming, we were going from a 265/70 R17, and the tire size we actually decided to go with was a 285/65 R18. Now with this is about 1 inch taller of a tire, 1 inch diameter bigger of tire, and it's just under 1 inch wider of a tire. So it's not a huge difference in size, but the biggest thing was we went from a highway tire and the little stock dinky rims to an all-terrain tire with our Fuel Mavericks here. So now doing this, we went ahead and gave ourselves a little more stance also in our tire and rim setup. This helped us space it out just a little bit more to give us a little more aggressive, wider, bully dog looking stance, which also helped. The 4Runner felt a little top heavy sometimes, so it gives us a little more or less of that body roll. But the biggest upgrade we did here is going from a highway tire to an all-terrain tire, which changed the look completely of the vehicle. So now before we lifted the 4Runner, we actually had 20 miles per gallon, which was great. And it was my wife driving, so that's probably why it was so good. But I've actually heard of other people getting 20 miles per gallon too. And now after the lift, we're averaging 19 miles per gallon. And we've had this lift for almost a year. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to make my 1-year review video. So I know for a fact it's been 19 miles per gallon that entire time. That blows my mind that even after everything we've done with a heavier tire, a bigger rim, lifting it, changing the aerodynamics, it still gets only 1 mile per gallon less. I was expecting a 3 or 4 mile per gallon drop, so I'm very happy with the results. So now you can see we actually went from 20 to 19 miles per gallon. That wasn't a big difference when it came to a lift, rims, and tires. That's huge. Now when I drive it, I actually probably get 19. 18 is a little bit less than my wife because my foot's a little heavier than hers. Most time female driven gets a little better gas mileage. But now Project Mom Runner, there's a lot more coming in the future, so make sure you hit subscribe so you can see more videos about this, and also the truck that we have here, my Chevy Silverado. With all that said, this is Shane Heath. I'll catch you in the next video.